NEC 110.26 AON stipulates clearance requirements for electrical equipment, demanding a minimum of 36 inches of clear working space in front of such equipment. This includes transformers and their associated disconnects. NEC 110.27b addresses the guarding of electrical equipment. It mandates that electrical equipment located in public areas and susceptible to accidental contact must be protected from physical damage using a guardrail or other suitable means. Based on the information provided, specifically the guardrail's proximity to the transformer disconnect at a distance within 30 inches, a violation of the NEC 36-inch clear working space requirement as outlined in NEC 110.26 AON exists. Despite this violation, the presence of the guardrail fulfills the protective mandate specified in NEC 110.27b, as it does offer protection against accidental physical damage. To rectify this situation, consider several possible solutions. Firstly, modify the existing guardrail. This involves extending the guardrail's placement further away from the disconnect switch. The goal is to establish the necessary 36 inches of clearance as required by code. Secondly, relocate the transformer. Moving the transformer to a new location can provide the space needed to install the guardrail at a greater distance. This ensures both adequate protection and code compliance. Thirdly, install a protective cover. A lockable cover installed over the disconnect can meet the protective requirements of NEC 110.27b. It's important to engage with local authorities and code officials. Doing so will ensure that any chosen solution adheres to all relevant codes and regulations. Before making any changes, a thorough review of the specific electrical installation is necessary. Consult the relevant sections of the NEC, particularly Article 110, which covers the general requirements for electrical installations. This article provides detailed guidelines on working space, guarding, and access to electrical equipment. Clearance requirements around electrical equipment are critical for safety and accessibility. The 36-inch clearance specified in NEC 110.26 AON is intended to provide sufficient space for workers to safely operate and maintain the equipment. Obstructing this space with a guardrail can create a hazard and impede access during emergencies. Guardrails are commonly used to protect electrical equipment from physical damage in public areas. However, the placement must be carefully considered to avoid violating clearance requirements. The NEC provides flexibility in the type of protection used, allowing for guardrails, enclosures, or other suitable means. When evaluating the existing installation, consider the specific type of transformer and disconnect. The size and configuration of the equipment can affect the required working space. Also, assess the level of traffic in the area and the potential for accidental contact. Modifying the guardrail is often the most practical solution, as it avoids the need to relocate the transformer. When extending the guardrail, ensure that it is securely mounted and provides adequate protection. Consider using high visibility markings to alert people to the presence of the guardrail and electrical equipment. Relocating the transformer may be necessary if modifying the guardrail is not feasible. When choosing a new location, ensure that it meets all applicable code requirements for clearance, access, and ventilation. The new location should also be protected from environmental hazards such as flooding or extreme temperatures. Installing a protective cover over the disconnect can be a viable option, particularly if space is limited. The cover must be lockable to prevent unauthorized access and must meet the requirements of NEC 110.27b for protection against physical damage. Ensure that the cover is properly labeled to indicate the presence of electrical equipment. The selection of a particular solution must be tailored to the specific circumstances of the installation. Factors to consider include the available space, the level of traffic, and the cost of the various options. It is crucial to consult with a qualified electrical contractor or engineer to ensure that the chosen solution is safe and code compliant. Documentation of any changes made to the electrical installation is essential. This includes updating electrical drawings and maintaining records of inspections and maintenance. Proper documentation helps to ensure that the installation remains safe and code compliant over time. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay current with the latest requirements. Changes to the code can affect the design and installation of electrical equipment. Regularly review the NEC and any applicable local amendments to ensure compliance. In addition to the NEC, local codes and regulations may also apply. These codes may have additional requirements for electrical installations in public areas. Consult with local authorities to ensure that all applicable codes are followed. The installation and maintenance of electrical equipment should only be performed by qualified personnel. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to have the necessary training and experience to do the work safely. Follow all safety precautions when working with electrical equipment, including de-energizing circuits and wearing appropriate personal protective equipment. Regular inspections of electrical equipment are essential to identify potential hazards and ensure that the equipment is operating safely. Inspections should be performed by qualified personnel and should include a visual examination of the equipment, as well as testing of electrical connections and components. Any identified problems should be addressed promptly to prevent accidents or equipment failures. Proper grounding of electrical equipment is critical for safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which helps to protect people from electric shock. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded in accordance with the NEC. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect electrical circuits from overload and short circuits. These devices should be properly sized and installed in accordance with the NEC. Regularly test overcurrent protection devices to ensure that they are functioning properly. Surge protection devices can protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning or other events. These devices should be installed at the service entrance and at sensitive electronic equipment. Regularly inspect surge protection devices to ensure that they are functioning properly. Proper labeling of electrical equipment is essential for safety. Labels should clearly identify the equipment and its function. Warning labels should be used to alert people to potential hazards. Ensure that all electrical equipment is properly labeled in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides detailed requirements for the installation of transformers. These requirements cover topics such as location, ventilation, and protection. Ensure that all transformers are installed in accordance with the NEC. Transformers should be regularly inspected and maintained to ensure that they are operating safely and efficiently. Inspection should include a visual examination of the transformer, as well as testing of insulation resistance and oil quality. Any identified problems should be addressed promptly to prevent equipment failures. Proper ventilation is essential for transformers to prevent overheating. Transformers should be installed in a well-ventilated area and should not be obstructed by other equipment. Regularly inspect ventilation openings to ensure that they are not blocked. The NEC provides requirements for the protection of transformers from overcurrent. These requirements vary depending on the size and type of transformer. Ensure that all transformers are protected from overcurrent in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the grounding of transformers. These requirements vary depending on the type of transformer and the grounding system. Ensure that all transformers are properly grounded in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the wiring of transformers. These requirements cover topics such as conductor size, insulation type, and overcurrent protection. Ensure that all transformers are wired in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the disconnecting means for transformers. The disconnecting means must be readily accessible and must be capable of disconnecting the transformer from all sources of power. Ensure that all transformers have a readily accessible disconnecting means that meets the requirements of the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the marking of transformers. Transformers must be marked with their voltage, kVA rating, and other important information. Ensure that all transformers are properly marked in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the installation of transformers in hazardous locations. These requirements vary depending on the type of hazardous location. Ensure that all transformers installed in hazardous locations meet the requirements of the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the installation of transformers in damp or wet locations. These requirements are designed to protect the transformer from moisture damage. Ensure that all transformers installed in damp or wet locations meet the requirements of the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the installation of transformers in parallel. These requirements are designed to ensure that the transformers operate safely and efficiently. Ensure that all transformers installed in parallel meet the requirements of the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the use of autotransformers. Autotransformers have certain limitations and must be installed in accordance with the NEC. Ensure that all autotransformers are installed in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the use of control transformers. Control transformers are used to supply power to control circuits and must be installed in accordance with the NEC. Ensure that all control transformers are installed in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the use of instrument transformers. Instrument transformers are used to measure voltage and current and must be installed in accordance with the NEC. Ensure that all instrument transformers are installed in accordance with the NEC. The NEC provides requirements for the use of specialty transformers. Specialty transformers are used for specific applications and must be installed in accordance with the NEC. Ensure that all specialty transformers are installed in accordance with the NEC. Always prioritize safety when working with electrical equipment. Follow all applicable codes and regulations, and consult with qualified personnel if you have any questions.